Hi, it's Frank from Mann Lake, and we're coming into August. We're in the dog days of August. There's not a lot of nectar or pollen out there for our bees, so what should we be doing this time of year? Number one, hopefully you've already taken care of your mites last month. If you haven't, get on it, because we want those bees to be mite-free by the end of August. I've taken care of the mites in this colony already, so we're good there. I've treated, I pulled the honey off of here. Now, I want these bees to build brood through the month of August till our fall flow starts. Our bees just aren't as robust and vital as they used to be before mites. We didn't used to have to do this, 20, 30 years ago. Now we've got to keep our bees raising brood because we want them to go into winter with that big cluster. So in the Northeast here, now's the time to do it. We're probably a good 4 weeks, at least three, probably 4 weeks away from our fall flow. We want them to not stop raising brood. The July flow is over. We've got to supplement that. So what am I going to do? I've got 2 brood boxes here. I usually run a single deep through the spring and summer flow, but into fall, I put on a medium because I want them to be able to store a lot of nectar and honey up in there to get them through winter. So first thing we're going to do is going to remove this box. And I've got a fair number of bees in there. I'm going to feed them 2 patties. In the springtime, normally we put those patties on top of the brood nest because that brood nest is up top when we come into spring. In the summer like this, we want to put it between these 2 boxes. So I'm going to put my 2 patties on like this and put that back on. Now, we also want to give them, this time of year, we want to give them a syrup, some sort of sugar syrup. We got to remember, bees don't raise brood off of honey. Honey is 2 simple sugars, glucose, fructose. That's not what the bees raise brood off. They raise it off sucrose, which is nectar or sugar water. I've actually got, in my jug here, I've got some Pro Sweet, and that's what I'm going to feed them. Now we have a lot of options for our feeding. We could use a top feeder over top here. We can put 1 gallon or 2 gallons in there. We can use a Boardman entrance feeder. We could use a frame feeder. I personally run a fair amount of colonies, so I got to work as efficiently as I can. In my case, I'm going to use a migratory cover with a 2-inch hole in it. I'm going to put it on like that. This bucket has a recessed lid, so this will not weep out. The bees can come up through and feed on it. I've got a couple of holes drilled in here, and I'm going to put that on there. Now, I've taken care of my bees as far as protein with those patties and carbohydrates with that sucrose. With those 2 things, my bees can continue to raise brood. Now, I'm going to come back here in probably 2 weeks and see how much of those patties they've consumed. In this case, I'm running our Ultra Bee with rocket fuel, we call it. It's the Apis Biologics in that patty. We've got real pollen in that patty, and of course our Ultra Bee formula. So the bees should easily continue raising brood off of that. That's all we have to do. And what we got to remember is, like I said, it's beginning of August. Now is when we're getting our bees ready for winter. We're not doing it in October, November. Now's the time to build those bees, to have that strong colony to get through winter. Mites are taken care of, honey's pulled, we're feeding. A month or so from now, we're going to put those super 2 on for the fall flow, and we're all good. So that's August. Take care of your bees, make sure they're fed up, take a look at them, and we'll see you in the beginning of September. Hope you like this video. If you got any questions, post them on there, we'll answer them. And if there's anything you'd like us to see or like us to do, let us know. We'll do that too. Thank you very much, and please subscribe.